Welcome to Multisensory Monday and happy summer. This activity is for those of you who might be spending part of your summer working in a summer school program or giving extra help in reading. It's a sentence building relay game. This can be done with one student in a one-on-one tutoring situation, or this can be done with a whole group if you have a small classroom that you're working with for extra support. What you'll need are the sentence building relay cards. I do have an example in this blog post of something that you could use if your students are really focusing on those layer one skills. If you have students that are a little bit more advanced, go ahead and make your own set of cards and your own sentences. I suggest looking at the Phonics First manual and pulling sentences out of there. If you happen to have magnetic word tiles or some sort of word cards already made, go ahead and use those. You'll just have to come up with sentences to match the word and really check that the words that you're using are words that the students have the skills to read, because we are going to be doing kind of a dictation activity with this, which means that the students should be practicing skills they already know. Just make sure there's nothing tricky in there or something that they might be unfamiliar with. To set up your relay game, you're going to put a set of cards at one desk or table, however you want to set up your classroom, and you'll need one set for each team that you have. If you have just one student, of course, you're just going to need one set of cards on one table and then another table, or I have my chair here, where they can build the sentence, because the students are going to be moving between table and table for each word in the sentence. You can probably have up to 5 students on each team. You just want to make sure that everyone is going to get a chance and not have to wait too long, because then they might get bored and start poking their neighbor instead of listening to what they're supposed to be doing. Once you have your setup, you are going to begin sentence building relay giving a dictation sentence. And I want you to do this just like you learned in the training, just like you were giving a dictation sentence for them to write. That means you are going to say the sentence twice, using natural intonation so that they get the rhythm of the language. Then you're going to ask the student to pound the sentence back to you. They should give 1 pound per syllable, and they should try and keep the rhythm of the sentence that they heard. That's going to help them with their recall. If the student is having a hard time pounding the sentence on their own, say it to them again and ask them to pound it again. When I do dictation, especially with younger students or a large group, I do like to say the sentence twice, then I'll pound it with them, but before they write or relay, I still take my hands away and ask them to pound it on their own. So let's go ahead and practice with the sentence that I'm going to use for the relay game I will show you. She shut the hut with a thud. Listen closely, I'll say it again. She shut the hut with a thud. Let's pound it together. She shut the hut with a thud. Great, now go ahead and pound it on your own. Excellent. Ready, set, build. She shut the hut with a thud. She shut the hut with a thud. Then you're going to go over and check the student's sentence. If it's right, they get a point. Now there are a couple of options for you here. The first option is that you make it a true relay race and only the first person or team who finished gets the point. The second option is that you give a point to every team that was able to build the sentence correctly. You can also decide, do you want one student to go back and forth building the whole sentence? Or do you want a relay through the students on the team where each person goes back and forth and does one word? Either way, it's up to you, but this is a fun way to fit in some extra dictation practice to help reinforce that pounding and tapping strategy and to get your kids up and moving. This is a great thing to do inside on a rainy day because they're still getting a lot of motion in. Obviously, they're going to be moving a little bit farther than I did, but you don't need to go outside. It doesn't take a whole lot of setup. And if you laminate these word cards, you can use them for other activities or you can use them over and over again. I think your students are really going to like this one. Please let me know in the comments below if you liked this activity and share other activities that you're doing if you are working in a summer program. I know teachers love to hear other ideas and fun ways to incorporate reading activities into the day. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and please leave your questions here. I'm really excited to do another questions and answers segment, but I need a good question to get answered. So whatever you have, whatever's on your mind, whatever ideas you have, please comment here. And I will see you back later this week. I do have something planned for questions and answers this week. And I will see you for another edition of Multisensory Monday next week. Thank you so much.